Hey everyone, welcome back to Playing Quietly. My name is Ryan, and today I am bringing you another Remnant 2 guide. Today we're going to be discussing what many people call the best, most efficient XP per minute run in the game. First of all, we're going to talk about the run itself, then I'm going to talk about the optimal spec that we might be using to do this run, and then I'm going to break down my thoughts on the run itself compared to other runs in the conclusion of the video. So stick around and we'll talk about that later. So let's talk a little bit about the run. We're going to be starting off in the Great Bowl, which is going to be one of the ending areas that we could have for, or near the ending area for the Red Throne story sequence in Yesha. What we're going to be doing is we are at the boss room, and we're going to be going through the doorway into the Widow's Court. Now from here we are going to go hang a left, and we're going to kill 4 elites that are going to be in this area here. What I like to do is start off by pulling this guy. We're then going to pop a relic and run up these stairs. Come up here and we're going to pull this guy. Come back down here and finish this guy off. Might take a swing at us. He's down. We're going to continue to put some hurt on this guy. Then we are going to run into this room. Hit this guy. And uh-oh. Pull his buddy. We have another one up already. That's good. Oh, we backed ourselves in a corner. That might not be good. Alright, so not too bad. We've taken those guys down. So that's the major part of the run. If that's where you want to stop, that is perfectly fine. You can hit your liquid escape and reset from there. Or alternately, we can run around here. Jump over this little gap here. And there's going to be another elite right here. Now this is all, again, completely optional. But since we are farming, we may as well. Easy kill. Get some luminite. He doesn't always drop luminite, but we got some that time. And then we're going to kill the elite here. And we got another piece of luminite. Now, there is one more elite that we might be able to find up in this area, but I usually say it's a little bit more trouble than it's worth. But let's just take a look at where he is. Should be, yep, right there. Perfect. Oh, geez, and our thing bounced back at us. And he's down. And we get another piece of luminite. So that's all the mobs that we can easily get to, or rather, that's all the elites we can easily get to. So from here, I usually just down the liquid escape, reset, and we do it all over again. So let's go ahead and take a look at the loadout that I usually use for this run. Most of this is going to be based on the Vash Unkillable Summoner Guide. If you haven't seen his channel, I highly recommend it. So again, we are running 3 pieces of Lados in the helm, chest, and legs, and we're going to be running the Labyrinth Gauntlets. Where I differ in the build is I like to go with the Resonating Heart for the heal over time after 5 seconds, and then we're going to be going for our armor effectiveness, healing effectiveness, and health. For our guns, it isn't going to matter all that much. Go with what you're comfortable with. I usually like to run at least Firestorm and Twisting Wounds in our lung gun, and for our handgun, Nebula with Harmonizer. As far as our jewelry goes, this is largely up to you, but what I recommend is Ravager's Mark. We're going to be running Sage Stone for that extra 10% experience. I like to run Ring of Omens to go with our Ravager's Mark so that we get Misty Step and we can dodge real easily. The Alumni Ring so that we get enhanced elemental damage since we are running 2 elemental attacks. And Stone of Malevolence so that we can get mod power back from our elemental damage. For our traits, again, largely up to you, but what I recommend, I like to go 10 points into Fortify, 10 points into Kinship so that our Firestorm doesn't eat us alive. We have Regrowth and Triage by default, 2 points into Vigor by default. I like to go with 5 points into Amplitude to get our Firestorm a little bit bigger. Blood Bond for damage absorbing from our summons. Rugged to make our summons tougher. And Shadeskin to help us with elemental damage. Although that one, since we are just farming elites, not going to matter all that much. Another good option is to run Mudtooth's Elixir. That's going to give you another 15% experience. Alright, so now how does this run stack up to other XP runs out there? Well, I think people are right when they say this is probably the highest XP per minute run. However, it is at the end of an entire apocalypse world. Whereas something like the hatchery is at the very beginning. We know in the first 3 minutes if we're going to get the hatchery. Whereas with this run, we're not too sure if we're going to be getting it until the very end of an apocalypse world. Also, when it comes to things like materials that we're able to farm, I think it's a little bit less than some of the other material runs out there. For example, the one that's at the very beginning of Yeesha. That run is a little bit longer than this one, but I think it's probably more effective and a lot easier to get to. Also, since we are killing elites, you're going to have to make sure that you're able to actually effectively kill those elites. Anyway, those are just my thoughts on the run. Alright, so that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you found this video helpful, hopefully I have earned your subscription. But until then, we will see you guys next time. Have yourselves a good one.